Most people wake up already behind. Not behind on time, behind emotionally. They open their eyes, and within seconds, before they've said a single word, before they've even fully sat up, their brain has already loaded yesterday's stress like a computer booting up the same broken file it's been running for years. And then they spend the rest of the day wondering why positivity feels so hard, why motivation evaporates by 10 a.m., why no amount of coffee seems to fix the heaviness. Here's what's actually going on. Your brain has a system called the default mode network. It's the mental channel that activates the moment you wake up, before any conscious choice is made. And right now, for most people, that channel is tuned to stress. But here's the thing nobody tells you. You can change the channel, and it takes less than 5 minutes. Not motivation, not discipline, just 5 minutes done right every single morning. I'm going to give you 5 steps. Each one is backed by neuroscience. Each one takes under 60 seconds. And the 5th one is the one that actually locks all the others in place. So stay until the end, because without step 5, the other 4 won't stick beyond a week. Step 1. The 60-second reset. Claim the quiet before the noise does. The first minute of your day is the most neurologically fertile moment you will have in the next 16 hours. Your brain is in a semi-hypnagogic state, the border between sleep and waking, and it is unusually open to suggestion. This is the window. Most people hand it straight to their phone. Don't. Before you check anything, before you let the day rush in, place one hand on your chest. Take one slow breath in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale slowly for 4. And as you breathe, say quietly to yourself, "This is a new day. I get to start again." That sentence is doing more than it sounds. It is physically interrupting your brain's default habit of loading yesterday's emotional residue, the guilt, the unfinished conversations, the low-grade dread. The slow breath activates your vagus nerve, which connects your brain directly to your heart, drops your cortisol within seconds, and sends a message your nervous system cannot argue with. We are safe. We are beginning, not resuming, beginning. One slow breath, one sentence. That's the whole step. Done in 60 seconds, it sets the mental frequency for everything that follows. Step 2. The gratitude flash. Train the lens, not just the feeling. Now that your nervous system has a signal of safety, it's ready to be directed. This is where most people get gratitude wrong. They think of big things, their family, their health, their life. And there's nothing wrong with that. But your brain doesn't respond deeply to vague gratitude. It responds to specific, sensory, right-now details it can actually feel. So think of 3 small things, not 3 important things, 3 small ones. The light coming through the curtain, the sound the kettle makes, the weight of the blanket, the smell of the morning, whatever is real and present and yours right now. Here's why it works. This activates what neuroscientists call selective attention bias. Your brain starts noticing more of whatever you train it to focus on. Each small moment of genuine gratitude reinforces a neural pathway. Do it enough days in a row, and your brain stops scanning for threats first and starts noticing goodness first. Not because life changed, because the lens did. And every time that recognition fires, your brain releases serotonin. Not because you forced it to feel good, but because it found something real to respond to. Step 3. The micro movement. Your body leads, your mind follows. Emotion is not just in your head, it lives in your body. And one of the fastest ways to shift your emotional state is to shift your physical state first. Not a full workout, not even close, just enough to change the chemistry. Stand up. Roll your shoulders. Do 10 jumping jacks, 10 squats. Dance for 30 seconds to literally anything. Enough to get the blood moving, not enough to exhaust yourself, because the moment you move with intention, your body releases dopamine, endorphins, and norepinephrine, the three chemicals most responsible for mood, motivation, and mental clarity. Even a tiny rise in heart rate increases oxygen to your prefrontal cortex, which sharpens focus and reduces emotional reactivity. Here's the principle that makes this so powerful. Your physiology shifts before your thoughts do. When your body moves with energy, your mind has no choice but to follow. It cannot maintain heaviness while the body is in motion. So the next time you wake up emotionally flat, don't think your way out. Move your way out. It's the fastest shortcut back to yourself that exists. Step 4. The mental mirror. One question that replaces 100 anxieties. Most people wake up with a mental to-do list that immediately becomes a mental threat list. The brain scans everything that needs doing, can't prioritize it all at once, and translates the overwhelm into anxiety. That's not weakness. That's the brain working exactly as designed, just pointed in the wrong direction. So instead of letting your brain generate its own chaotic list, you give it one question and let it answer just that. Ask yourself, what is one thing I can do today to make my life 1% better? Not 10 things, not your 5-year plan. One thing. One measurable, specific, small step. This question does something elegant to your brain. It activates the dopamine anticipation loop, the same system that fires when progress is made. And it shifts you from helplessness to agency in under 30 seconds. Your brain doesn't need certainty to feel calm. It needs direction. Give it one direction and it stops generating noise. Instead of waking up overwhelmed by everything, you wake up clear about one thing. And that clarity is the foundation of every productive day you've ever had. Step 5. The positivity anchor. Choose your stance before the day chooses it for you. This is the step that makes everything else permanent. And I'll tell you right now, it looks too simple to matter. Say it out loud. No matter what happens today, I choose to stay positive. That's it. Out loud, every morning, right after the first 4 steps. Don't whisper it. Say it like you mean it, because you're not just reciting words. You're firing a specific neural circuit in your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for perspective and emotional regulation. Each time you repeat your anchor, you reinforce what neuroscientists call self-affirmation circuits, pathways that literally make it easier for your brain to return to calm after disruption. Simultaneously, this quiets your amygdala, the part that generates fear and reactive emotion. You are not programming yourself to ignore hard things. You are programming where your attention returns when hard things happen. That's the difference between forced optimism and genuine emotional stability. Positivity that lasts isn't built from avoiding difficulty. It's built from training your default return point. Every morning you say your anchor, you move the return point a little closer to calm. Do it long enough, and calm becomes who you are, not who you're trying to be. When you stack all 5 steps daily, something researchers call a habit loop forms. Each step automatically triggers the next, until the whole sequence runs in under 5 minutes without effort. The reset builds awareness. The gratitude flash builds perception. The movement builds energy. The mental mirror builds direction. And the anchor builds stability. 5 minutes. 5 different parts of your mind trained simultaneously. This is not a morning routine. This is a daily reprogramming. Within 1 week of doing this consistently, 3 things happen. Your overthinking drops. Your recovery time from stress gets faster. And there is a quiet kind of confidence that starts to grow. Not the kind that comes from things going right, but the kind that comes from knowing you can handle things going wrong. That confidence is what nobody can take from you, because you built it yourself, 5 minutes at a time, before the day had a chance to steal your morning. You can't control how your day unfolds. but you can control who you are when it starts. That is the only morning advantage that ever really mattered. Try just step 1 tomorrow morning. 1 breath, 1 sentence. That's your starting point. If it shifts something, even slightly, drop reset in the comments, because I want to know, and because seeing that word from someone else might be exactly what the next person needs to try it too. Share this with someone whose mornings have been heavy lately. You don't have to say anything, just send it. Sometimes the most useful thing one person can do for another is hand them the door out of a loop they didn't know they were in.